What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. This is the perfect example as to why not everyone should have a webcam. In the age of digital technology, we're dealing with psychos, lunatics, insane people. And the further I dive into online media, the more I see of this. It's like an epidemic that never ends, and it only gets worse as time goes on. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about this person, Jhanna, who is apparently a Twitch streamer that got suspended for 14 days. We're not even going to get into how Twitch decides their suspensions and how all over the map it feels like they're throwing darts every once in a while. But 14 days for her actions. But this goes way worse. Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the full article breaking down Jhanna, or Jhanna? I don't know, nor do I care to dive any further into this than I have to, because it is stage 10 psycho alert, and I really want to keep my distance from it because it's just really nuts.
She wouldn't last 10 minutes in a COD lobby is not, nor has it ever been, a valid excuse for men to act like pieces of human garbage in gaming. I shouldn't have to play a game where all I say is hi and the whole game is thrown and I'm in hell for the next 40 minutes because men are being emotional about it.
Okay, so what we have is a video that surfaced online. And this video, I gotta be honest, I didn't want to even have to talk about this. I was like, ugh, that's just another lunatic online, toss her into the bucket of crazy people. Another one, like, what's new, And then I saw an additional video come out about her, and it made me think twice about ignoring this because it's really, really bad. Almost to the point of, like, I can't ignore it. We have to talk about this elephant in the room because it's so bad. But before we even get to that, let's start with the first video and just how obnoxiously attention-seeking and desperate for pay attention to me. I need people to talk about me and look at me because, I don't know, I got nothing else to offer the world.
If you feel targeted by me saying men, or if you feel attacked by me saying men, you are part of the problem. If you feel attacked by that, you're part of the problem. If you say just mute them, you're part of the problem. If you sit there and let them say that to me and you don't intervene, you are part of the problem. Because I have a lot of male friends, normal male friends, who don't say slurs and don't threaten people and just play like normal. I understand it is not all men. But if you are not one of the men doing this, it is entirely on you to help stop the men who are. If you don't understand that and you don't understand power imbalances and gender hierarchy, it's not my place to teach you. I'm not your mother. I'm not your teacher. Close the game for 5 minutes and educate yourself.
So we are to believe that men are the problem with gaming as she dons her tits for everyone to see on full display and literally puts the subtitles right next to them like she knows what she's doing. But here's the worst part about it. Personally, I don't find her attractive at all. In fact, I look at that and I'm like, gross. Like, those girls that they think all guys just love tits, so they just shove their tits in their face like, hey, look at me, I'm an online girl with boobs, look at me like, there's a difference with tits. Like, some of them can be very attractive, and sometimes they're just not. And some of these girls think just because they have boobs, that if they put them at the forefront of everything, ergo, they are now attractive. And it's like, maybe there's a small corner of the internet, the pocket of the depths of the internet, that will find that attractive. But for the vast majority of normal dudes out there, yeah, we have some standards, I guess, when it comes to how women want to look. But then when they just do this kind of stuff, it just goes all to hell. And I know some people might be hearing me talk about how she looks and why it's unattractive and say, that has nothing to do with any of this. And I would argue it has everything to do with this, because she clearly has some insecurities that she's trying to overcome, and she thinks that by putting her tits on full display and putting the subtitles right next to them, that will change the perception of what people think about her because she has boobs and people need to respect her because of that, and that's really all she has to offer the world. And honestly, it's just kind of sad. Like, I can't even take her seriously, and it seems like this is just a straight-up desperate cry for attention. And I was gonna let it go at that. Like, alright, it is what it is. There's her 15 minutes of internet fame. Everyone's talking about how crazy she is. Oh my god, there are boobs for everyone to see. Okay, great. And then it came and went. And I was like, whatever. No big deal. Until the follow-up video surfaced about what she's like when she streams. And oh my god, nothing could prepare me for this.
No, it's over, Ina. It's over. Like, if I were to have a boy, we better pray to God that he's gay. We better start indoctrinating him day one. We have to either make him trans or make him gay. We are not having a cisgender straight son.
This is a major concern. And I don't want to, like, throw that word out there and sound hyperbolic around. Like, this is the pinnacle, the peak of the problem with Twitch streaming right now, where anyone who's anyone can take up a microphone, turn on a camera, and talk into it for the entire world to see. And for a while, it was just kind of like, whatever, no one paid attention to them, no one even talked about them. But then it started hitting on these psychological or socio issues that people are dealing with, and it hits home more when this comes to the forefront of there's a battle being fought right now. And there's a lot of people in my camp that are like, let's make sure that people are able to enjoy what they like and live their own life the way they want to, not hurt anyone. And also, let's try to keep raising people a normal way, the best we can, to make the most out of this world that we can, and do it the right way. And oh my god, it's just, I don't even know what you can even say about someone with this kind of approach, this kind of attitude, these kind of words coming out of her mouth. If I were to have a boy, we better pray to God that he's gay. We better start indoctrinating him day one. We have to either make him trans or make him gay. We are not having a cisgender straight son. This right here, like straight up, flies in the face of anyone trying to say, oh, hey, let people live their own life, you know, be the way they want to be. When you are forcing ideologies on very susceptible people, it's scary. It kind of goes in line with that whole, what is it? Like a large amount of people in Hollywood have a abnormally amount of children that identify as transgender. Like, it's a very strange ideology that's being shoved in front of people. And here we have on video with the recording of someone saying that they do want to indoctrinate someone and do want to make them think that way. And children are very impressionable. Coming from me, who is a father of 2 kids, if you want to make an impression and guide them a certain way and make them think and talk a certain way about stuff, being a parent gives you that power. And it's really scary to hear someone like this. Like, thankfully she doesn't have kids right now, but it is very concerning for the future, because that sets their kids up for a lifetime of being bullied, being laughed at, not understanding the reality around them, being confused about everything because they weren't brought up with a normal view of the world. And that genuinely saddens me. And I guess the reason why I wanted to talk about this video is because this is the kind of thing that anyone who's anyone these days has the freedom to pick up a camera and say what they want. And that's a very double-edged sword. And I am very grateful for the freedoms that we have to be able to do that. But at the same time, we need to bring mental institutes back, because holy shit, when someone goes on camera and says this, and it's not for attention, it's straight up how they think, that is a padded room straitjacket material, like no questions asked. You need to be locked up and the key needs to be thrown away because you are a Looney Tune. But that doesn't happen, because none of that stuff even is existing anymore, except for like the completely outrageous of outrageous people out there, and even them don't always have a place to go. And it speaks to a much larger concern in the society that we're living in today. And she got hit by Twitch with a 14-day ban for what she was talking about here, and she tweeted, "They hit the Pentagon," with a screenshot of her 14-day suspension, which is exactly what she wanted out of all of this. She's getting the attention, she's getting the notoriety, for good reasons or bad. It doesn't matter, as we've learned with people like Alyssa Mercante. They don't care what they get focused on for or how evil they might seem or be perceived. It's all about the attention attention at the end of the day. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. And unfortunately, this is kind of like a crack that people are starting to find out about, and there's more and more crazies trying to attack that crack to get through, to get attention on social media these days. And unfortunately, I don't know if there's anything that can be done about it, except just try to keep bringing attention to it and doing the right thing about it. She took to Twitter herself and said, "Yes, I have literally thousands of these losers in my DMs, so I'm sure they've been mass reporting me because they have nothing better to do. I sent in an appeal, but either way, it is what it is." This is someone that doesn't take any accountability for her actions, doesn't acknowledge saying anything wrong, because to her and her fucked up mind, this is all completely normal thinking, and everyone else out there are the crazy people. She's the one indoctrinating her kids and doing it the way she wants to, that's in the right. And that's what's scary about all of this. But she continues on Twitter and goes off showing a screenshot of the DMs that she's getting, and still has zero acknowledgement whatsoever as to what's transpiring. She said, "I said men should stop threatening to rape women. And now I have hundreds of replies and DMs that look like this. Y'all are really passionate about R-wording women, right?" And they showed a screenshot saying, "Bitch, you are beyond dumb. Get these fat ugly tits out of here, you effing whale. People are mean to you because you say stupid effing shit like that. Automatically makes you unattractive, which is what you're trying to do, or your fat ugly tits wouldn't be out. Please know you are so effing gross, and it's no surprise men cannot stand you. You are not a woman." All of these, I mean, I gotta be honest. While I don't encourage people to DM rude things to people, to me, this is all fairly accurate. That's the way I feel about her as well. But she has zero ability to self-reflect and look at the situation for what it is, and instead doubles down as men are the enemies. Where have I heard that one before? All boys and men are bad, and don't ever marry men or be around men, and men are the enemy and the evil people out there, and anything they say is, that's just, they're horrible people, and anything they say is wrong because of that. Instead of maybe having a conversation and realizing, wow, yeah, maybe I am not as attractive as I thought I was. Maybe I should probably try to lose a little weight. Maybe I shouldn't be flopping my tits out in front of people and acting all badass about it, because, I don't know, have a little accountability for how you look. That's how I take this. Like, it's unfortunate that in the digital era that we're in right now, people like her are getting the spotlight. But at the same time, I'd be remiss if I just ignored this completely and just let it fly by, because either way, these crazy people are out there. So talking about them or not talking about them doesn't change anything. If anything, I'd like to think drawing attention to it does move the conversation into a better place than ignoring it. I'm going to leave it there. If you guys want more information, like I said, check out smashjt.com for the full article, links, screenshots, and everything else that might get deleted from her, because you know how these crazy people are. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
Would you please be normal? Because I want to be able to enjoy playing the game without my life being threatened, without my body being threatened, because I'm existing as a woman.
If I were to have a boy, we better pray to God that he's gay. We better start indoctrinating him day one. Smash,